Simplifying using order of operations. The way you do this is first you simplify anything inside the parentheses. Then you do any of the exponents, the exponent operations. Then you multiply or divide anything that you can. Then you add and subtract the like terms. Let's give an example. Here, step one, we look at the parentheses. And we're only looking inside the parentheses right now. And if we look inside the parentheses, we cannot actually simplify x plus 4. So I am done with parentheses. Next, I look at the exponents. That 2 tells me there are 2 of these things right in front of the exponent. So that 2 tells me that this is the same as x plus 4 times x plus 4. So I'm going to do this exponent. I'm going to go x plus 4 times x plus 4. If you don't know how to multiply polynomials, go to my video about multiplying polynomials. Okay. X plus 4 times x plus 4 will get you x squared plus 4x plus 4x plus 16. I once again write the things that I did not use. Okay. This parentheses right here is not needed. So I'm going to get rid of that parentheses. You have x squared plus 4x plus 4x. So all I did from this line to this line was get rid of these parentheses because I no longer need it. Because these two things are still equal, even if I get rid of the parentheses. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to look for any multiply or divide that I can do that will make things simpler. Now there's a multiply between this 4 and the x, but that doesn't make, I can't do anything to make it simpler there. Multiply between this 4 and this x, but that doesn't make this any simpler. Here's another multiply, but negative 3 times x just becomes negative 3x. So there's no multiply or divide I can do that will make this simpler. So I move on to adding and subtracting. Okay, here I'm going to add and subtract the like terms. So I see that this term has, here are my terms. If you don't know how to identify terms, go to my video about identifying terms. I have only one term that has exponent x, variable x with exponent 2, so I cannot combine that with anything. However, I have this term has an x, this term has an x, and this term has an x. And all of them have the same exponent, which is 1. So positive 4 plus 4 minus 3 becomes positive 5. And then I keep the same exponent. And over here, this number 16 can add or subtract with this one. So positive 16 plus 10, positive 26. Let's do one more example. Okay. So first thing I'm going to do is, once again, I'm going to look inside the parentheses. Can I simplify that parentheses? The answer is no. X and plus 2 cannot combine. Okay, I'll look at the other parentheses. I'm unable to simplify the x minus 6. Okay, next I'll go to exponents, but there is no exponents there, or everything is exponent 1, so I cannot simplify by doing the exponents. So next I'm going to do multiply or divide, and divide. So I see that there is a multiply right here, and there's a multiply in between the two parentheses. Okay, you can either multiply these two terms first, or you can multiply these two terms first. I think for this video, I'm going to choose to multiply. Sure, I'll multiply these two terms first because I think that's what most of you would do. Okay. So I don't confuse people, I'm going to quickly turn this negative 10 or this minus 10 into plus negative. So this is the same as plus negative. You do not actually have to do this step that I'm doing. You do not actually have to change the minus into plus negative. I think it's just going to confuse less people. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply my negative 10 by my x plus 2. Once again, if you don't remember how to multiply, go to my video explaining how to multiply polynomials. Okay, so negative 10 times x plus 2 becomes negative 10 x minus 20. I just did negative 10 times x, negative 10 times 2. Okay. I'll write my results in a parentheses. And let's write everything that I did not use. Okay. I still have this multiply sign that is right there. So I'm going to multiply this term by this term. If I multiply those two, I will get negative 10x squared plus 60x minus 20x plus 120. Okay, I will write the things I did not use. And technically, since I just did that multiply operation, I should put my results in parentheses. However, this should be a plus sign, I just realized, because it's 20 plus, 20 plus. My mistake. Okay, so this is 20 plus, and I just am going to get rid of these two parentheses. Okay, so at this point I have done all the multiplying and dividing. So all that's left is to add the like terms. If you do not remember how to add like terms or to combine like terms. Check out my video about that. Okay, sure. I see that there's only one term that has an x squared. So this is plus negative 10x squared. So this is a negative 10 x squared. Okay. So now let's look for all the ones that have x exponent 1. So these three do. So I shall combine these three. Positive 60 minus 20 plus 5 becomes positive 35. And you write the variable afterwards. Okay. I noticed that there is a positive 120 and a positive 20. So 20 plus 120. Oh, I'm sorry. I just realized that was off the page. Okay,